Hello, everyone. Yeah. Okay, we are live. Okay. So I'm here too with Andrej to talk with you about create cross-chain tokens using the CCT standard. So I am Solange Gueiros. You can call me Sol. We are around and we are here to help you all the time. These are my contacts and
And yeah, my name is Andrej. I also work as a Solange as a DevRel engineer. This is my Twitter handle, but also I'll be at their booth to help you with debugging. I also write smart contract design newsletter, patterns newsletter. I created a blockchain board game. I did a lot of stuff, so you can find me if you need help with debugging throughout this week.
And this is the most important slide for you because we have a lot of links over there. Everything is over there that you need to the hackathon. Yeah, amazing.
It's safe.
Yeah, you can trust this for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you are fine. So first of all, let's talk a bit about oracles and Chainlink. So oracles is the way that we can connect with all the information that's outside the blockchain or even in another blockchain. And we have different kind of oracles. For example, when we talk about data, we can talk about data streams or data feeds to get quotes, to get prices, and all kind of numbers, or you can have a proof of reserve of something that is in a bank or in another blockchain. And CCIP, we are talking later because this is the main focus. We could use functions in your hackathon if you'd like to use an external API, any API, create a JavaScript code, and then use that JavaScript code inside your Solidity smart contract and bring this information to your project. You can do that. This is so cool. I love to do that. And also you could use automation to automate any function that you'd like to call inside your smart contract. Can be a time-based, can be using a trigger that you defined the conditions, or you can use even a log event in another contract to trigger something. This is the way that you can automate your smart contract. Also, imagine that you'd like to have random numbers. Can be a game, it can be some lottery, but you need the random numbers. You can use VRF to have these random numbers. Okay? And these are our bounties. We have two different tracks. One is related to the CCIP and the CCT that I'm talking a bit more today. And the other one is related to all the other Chainlink services. So if you use CCT and another Chainlink service, you could win both tracks. I already saw in the past projects winning both tracks. So it's a double chance for you. And also, this is all the other sponsors that are here, and you can use Chainlink with them. So you can see a lot of options that you can combine with Chainlink and increase your prices as well. So let's talk about interoperability. So a blockchain is an isolated network like an island. And I'd like to connect these blockchains, these islands. This is the CCIP, the Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol. So in a high-level architecture of that, you can see that a user in one size in the CERC blockchain can send messages or can send directly tokens to other blockchain. And we have all the off-chain part that this is what the CCIP do. And also the communication is done between the routers over there, okay? And then in the destination chain, you receive tokens or messages, wherever you'd like to receive. So what can I do with CCIP? Like I said before, tokens, message, or I could combine both. Imagine that I could send a message with a token, and then I'm telling what I'd like to do with that token. And this is talking now about the CCT, the cross-chain token standard. Imagine that you can create your own token, and this token can be cross-chain using the CCT. So your own token can go to one chain to another chain and can be any token that you'd like to create. How can we do this? The CCT is the standard to do that. So it's a bit more of an ERC20 token, you should have some extra capabilities to do that. And we have the security here and all the capabilities over there. In the same way that we have the workflow of the CCT tokens, we normally have a pool in each of these chains, and this pool, you can have the tokens that you are using in one chain and sending or receiving from the other chain. And also, it's important to you to know that we have the off-chain part of this. It's totally secure because it's not the only one decentralized Oracle network, but we have 3 different networks with a segregation of rules to be sure that this is not compromised like some bridges around. So, ways that you can use and create your token, your CCT token. One of that is the CCIP Token Manager. So this is a UI, this is an interface that you can go and click next, 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 and choose your networks and do everything. You can deploy the token over there. You can enable the cross-chain part and set the token pools that we must have in both blockchains and imagine how is the administration of that, okay? Important to say what are these token pools as well. So these are the containers that we must have to enable the token transfers between the blockchains. And would you like to say more about the token pools?
Yeah, sure. So the whole point of CCT is actually to add support for your own ERC20 token to be transferred cross-chain via CCIP. Because naturally, or in the beginning, you were able to transfer USDC, Go, Wrapped, whatever. But like for your own token, you will need to find a workaround with transferring arbitrary data. Now with CCT, as Sol told you, you can just use the token manager in a few clicks to set up the support for your token to be transferred via CCIP. And the whole point is how you can do that is by deploying one of these token pools. So you will either deploy lock or burn token pools, or unlock or mint and lock and unlock token pools, which essentially handles the transfers of your tokens. Now, these pools are provided as a smart contracts by Chainlink, so you're literally just going to deploy them. That's what we are doing through the UI. Just deploy one of these pools, and it's up to you to choose which token method for transferring you want to choose with these pools. For burn and mint, it's quite obvious. You're gonna burn the amount of tokens you want to transfer on a source chain and mint the exact same amount of tokens on the other chain. However, if your token does not have exposed burn and mint functions for whatever reasons, you can do lock and unlock, which are literally going to lock the amount of tokens you want to send on a source chain, and it's going to stay in a token pool contract and unlock the same amount on the other side. Obviously, with this method, you will need to pre-fill those token pools as one of the steps. Now, how you can do that on testnet and mainnets, like we have this UI, so you can literally just gonna click, and that's it. However, if your use case is much more complex, you're dealing with rebasing tokens and stuff like that, you can also customize these pools, because those smart contracts are open source. You can just git clone and or an npm install it via npm package and build on top of that, like inherit those pool tokens. And because of that, you will need to then manually do the flow, because now we don't have a UI support for that. But these are essentially 4 steps that you will do. You will deploy you will have your token already deployed on multiple chains, deploys these pools, and then you will just need, your token will need to have either owner function or get CCIP admin, because that's how you prove to CCIP that that's your token. After you accept these admin roles, the rest is just to set up tokens and pools, and you will see in our docs how you can do that manually as well if you don't want to do it via UI, which we recommend in the interest of time for this hackathon. You can also do this by using Remix. If you're a beginner, we have like multiple different guides in our docs. So on docs.chain.link/ccp, you'll find multiple different guides, and you can just add the support for this token by yourself, of course. More links, more blog posts. You have the presentation already, so you can, all of these links are clickable. If you don't want to scroll through the docs, just go through these links and you will find references.
We are sharing the presentation again, don't worry.
Yeah. And finally, if you want to build with CCP much faster, you need a way to simulate these transactions locally so you can move much quicker in your Foundry, Hardhat, or Remix environment. So that's why we created this tool called Chainlink Local, which is a CCP local simulator. So instead of like building directly on testnets, then you need to go to faucet.chain.link, collect all tokens you need, then deal with gas transactions, whatever, and then wait for finality times on testnets just to realize you have like a bug in your smart contract or a flow that needs to be fixed, and then you need to redeploy contracts and again and again and again. Much faster is to just install Chainlink Local, and instead of waiting for 10 plus minutes, you just wait for less than a second, and then in your, again, development environment of choice, which is Foundry, Hardhat, and Remix. I saw a question, we'll do it afterwards. You can just do these simulations locally. So the first type of simulation is purely local with all the mock contracts. The second one is in a fork environment. You fork different chains, and then you basically run a test against the actual copies of the actual testnets, which we think is a way for you to build much faster, avoiding these extra points of frictions. And the most important thing about Chainlink Local is the contract that you build with Chainlink Local. You can redeploy to testnet or mainnet without any change, and it will just work as long as the config details are correct. So yeah, what developers want is developers want Chainlink Local to build much more faster. And CCP is the only protocol that has this local simulations, that has the ability to combine both tokens and data transfers in a same message, and that allows you to add support for cross-chain transfers to your ERC20 token. Again, this is the link to Chainlink Local, and as you can see here, this literally works offline as well once you install it. Like it's really cool. And yeah, these are the bounties. If you wanna close it up, I'll give it to you, and also.
Yeah, this is really amazing. And you saw that we have the options to everyone. I know that my friend over there, you use the token manager, but that other friend over there, for sure, he's using Foundry because we are talking about that. And this is our goal, to have this in a way that everyone can use and to help everyone to build your projects in a way that you can really connect with the world and even connect your blockchains and don't have like any blocker with a blockchain. This is our goal, okay? Again, this is our bounties. I think you can see that we have one for CCIP or CCT and another one for all the other Chainlink services. And we are good on time, yeah, we are so fast.
Yeah.
And this is our developer hub, because sometimes if you'd like to know more about each of the services, the developer hub has information of all of them, configuration, how to configure it, tutorials, and a lot of examples to be sure that you can be faster here in the hackathon. Also, this is the most important slide for you. Again, don't forget that. You need this because this has everything that we talk about. This is the presentation. I know that some of you arrived a bit late, so this is the moment to get your slides, to be with us. Yeah, and this. Thank you. And bon courage.
Bon courage.
Bon courage. It's good luck in French for you. And do you have any question? We still have some minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes for questions if you like.
One over there.
This gentleman, yeah.
He was with, yeah.
Okay.
So I understood is you're not expecting us to build sort of a framework or choose some problems and finding some solutions, but either way, building on creating a CCT with the other project sort of we build. Do I understand right?
Yeah, imagine that you are creating your project and you'd like to have a token, for example. Why to have your token in only one chain? You can have this token in multiple chains and using this cross-chain solution for you. And when we talk about the other protocols and networks that they are here, we talk about because they are here, there are networks that you could use that we have a CCIP implemented to you. Remember that Chainlink is not a blockchain. It's a set of services that is deployed in other blockchains. So we can use it, us and them.
Sorry. Do you have like specific use cases or anything, something?
No surprises. We'd like to use the best uses of us, the best way. And do you have a question over there?
I I had a question about Chainlink Local and how
Sure.
it would compare with Anvil, or if you use them together, or can you tell a little bit more about that?
Compare with what?
How they compare with each other, or if you can use them together?
Chainlink Local and
Compare
what
with what?
else? Compare with what?
Anvil, which is the local blockchain of
Foundry. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, Chainlink Local has a native support for Foundry. It basically leverages Anvil node under the hood. The design decision that we made is that we won't spin up any off-chain components. We, in the local simulations, will just assume that Chainlink will work. So there is no any off-chain components. We have basically a set of smart contracts. For local mode is just mock smart contracts, and for fork mode, we're literally forking the actual smart contracts. And the thing is that like the nice thing about Anvil is that in Foundry you have the way to switch between different forks. So what we do behind the scenes for you is that when you instance a new instance of CCP local simulator, which is essentially just a giant smart contract with all of the test configurations in Anvil, we in first use case with mocks, we just pre-deploy all of these mocks to our Anvil node. In a second example with forks, we just switch between forks for you under the hood. So you just do CCP send, and then we can handle the rest under the hood without spinning out any off-chain components or whatever. So that's how it works. And obviously in Anvil, you can see all the logs if you need error messages, etc. And if you still need help, we're going to help with debugging that is good. You're welcome. Any final questions?
Yeah, I think you have one more. Yeah?
Okay, cool. So again, if you need any help with debugging, with integrations, whatever, four of us will be at the Chainlink booth over there. Bounties you saw. This is the link to the presentation, which has
Get
a
the
lot
link
of
of the
different links that
presentation.
are clickable.
It's for you.
And yeah, that'll be it, I guess.
Yeah, I know that there are more people getting the link now. Let's wait them. Okay. And good luck, everyone.
Thank you, merci, bon courage.
Merci.